Good morning, dear friends. You and I are invited to a new day, to a new beginning, and God is always inviting us to renewal. What a blessing. We are created to progress. And how do we progress? In the School of Charity. That's chapter 14th of the Book of Hope by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier. This book of hope was written in 1964, 100 years after the publishing of Kardec's The Gospel According to Spiritism. And in today's message, our dear Emmanuel reminds us that there is no Christian without Christ. He quotes Jesus in Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all who are afflicted and burdened, and I'll give you rest. Thus, Spiritism accomplishes what Jesus said of the promised consoler, says Kardec now in chapter 6 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. Knowledge of things, making humanity know what Jesus came, where Jesus came from, where he's going. In the Gospel according to Spiritism, Kardec says Spiritism accomplishes what Jesus said of the promised consoler, the knowledge of things, making humans know where they came from, where they are going, and why they are on earth. Spiritism draws to the true principles of God's law, comforting faith and hope. Emmanuel will now unfold to us his own take, and he's going to make us reflect. He says, you revere the Divine Master with all the strength of your soul, but do not despise honoring him in the person of your fellow beings. Keep his memories, Jesus' memories, between flowers of affection, but extend your arms to those who cry out for him among the thorns of affliction. Carve the reminiscences of it in the statuary's masterpieces without any intention of idolatry. Nonetheless, help. Thinking of Jesus, help those who pass before you torn apart by the hidden chisel of suffering. And he's going to outline. If you love Jesus, then help those who are anguished. Help those who are tormented in doubts. Help those who have to renew their energies by your own example. You dedicate yourself to Jesus, but listen to the pleas of those who are in darkness, pleading for freedom and hope. You seek Jesus and yet offer your industrious hands to help those who go through the dark labyrinth of moral agony, for whom this or that trifle constitutes a new stimulus of patience. Through a number of reincarnations, we've been Christians without Christ. We were conquerors. We were not afraid to beg him to sponsor the excess of our theft. We were cruel landowners who were not ashamed to ask Jesus for a greater number of slaves to serve our despotism in clamorous system of servitude. We were pirates, foolishly bending our knees to thank Jesus for an easy prey. We were warriors, imploring Jesus in absolute insanity to inspire the best way to oppress others. Now that Spiritism reveals Jesus to us through a clear and direct mentor from the soul, teaching us the responsibility to live, it is imperative that we know how to dignify Jesus in our own conscience, above external demonstrations trying to reflect Jesus in ourselves. However, for this to happen, it is necessary, first of all, to enroll reasoning in the school of charity, which will always be the sublime teacher of the heart. Doesn't it make sense? For many lives, we've been Christians without Christ, abusing actually Christ consciousness in nonsensical attitude, requests. But finally, God is so merciful that He says, go ahead, begin anew. That's what a reincarnation is all about. Regenerate yourself. And the good news of the day is there's a school named School of Charity in which we can enroll ourselves and make a new life. Charity is about seeking the needs of others, equalizing ourselves, being of goodwill towards everyone, benevolence, being able to understand people's shortcomings, indulgence, and forgiving offenses because we actually do not take them anymore. I know you're going to say, Vanessa, this is easier said than done. Friends, let's be optimistic. If God created us, it must be easier than we imagine. It's just a matter of application, of effort, dedication, diligence. Today, you and I are being invited by Emmanuel to enroll ourselves definitely into the school of charity. Don't say, I'm already in it, because there is always another level. Let us go through, there is like the kindergartner in the school of charity, and there's the PhD in the school of charity. Where are we? Hopefully we're already in somewhat. But if we're not, it's time. And if we're in, there's always another level. There's always another challenge. At the end of the day, you and I are invited to be light, the light of God on earth. What an honor for us. You and I will pray, thanking God for this wonderful invitation. Good news, friends. Thank you, dear God, for sending Master Jesus to renew our minds. Minds filled with torments, conflicts. But finally, we can see the light of your love in the expression of Master Jesus, who came to walk the talk, who came to encourage us to the blossoming of our divine nature. What a joy! What a blessing! Thank you for your protection, for your envelopment in light, for making us feel so loved and cared for that we want to do more. We want to think less of ourselves and more of the needs of others. We visualize your helping hands applying energy medicine onto us, spreading it to the world, illuminating the pathway of our transformation. We see your healing molecules enveloping each and every person in this circle of prayer, in kindness, in strength, in healing, And we visualize all of our loved ones, incarnates and discarnates, being showered in your kindness and promoting calmness, simplicity. Thank you, dear Mother, Father God, for your protection on earth, so we can be better today than we were yesterday. May we enroll in the School of Charity and press on, reaching out to those who are suffering much more than we may be. Feeling your embrace, we praise you for this life that is so unique in transformation, dividing our timeline into new beginnings. And so be it. We no longer want to be Christians without Christ. We actually want to enroll in the School of Charity. That's the beauty of Spiritism. Never criticizing us, always encouraging us to the best. The School of Charity. Friends, we wish you a beautiful day and night in God's love in the School of Charity. Don't drop out. Don't stay away. Go in. Let's go into the School of Charity and progress. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, John. Thank you, Slavik. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Daniel. We wish you a beautiful day and night, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at another episode.